2015 could be a very interesting year for Apple, with the Cupertino brand moving into the world of fashion with the launch of its first wearable, while also looking to reinvigorate the saturated tablet market and prep 2 new operating systems, among other things. Here's what we think and hope we'll see from Apple in 2015. We're fascinated by the Apple Watch, especially the gold one we can't afford, which will be obsolete in a year or two. How Apple handles the obsolescence issue, if it handles it at all, could make or break the Apple Watch as high fashion as well as high tech. We're also keen to see what developers come up with, because so far there's no killer app for the Apple Watch or any other smartwatch. What they do is interesting and often cool, but so far there's been nothing must-have that we can't live without. Here's hoping we see that in 2015. The process of putting Retina displays in everything Apple will surely continue in 2015. Last year it arrived in the iMac with Retina 5K display, but we should start to see them appear in the smaller iMacs and hopefully in a Retina MacBook Air too. We know Apple wants to make it, but processor delays have stymied the appearance of a Retina display in its ultra-portable laptop. Hopefully 2015's processors will solve that. Sales of iPads have slowed, but they might pick up again in 2015. The iPads people bought in 2012 will be showing their age this year, especially come the next major iOS update. So the updated iPad Airs and Minis we're likely to see towards the end of the year might tempt consumers looking for a replacement. We might even see the debut of the much-rumoured iPad Pro, a bigger screened iPad for power users. The reason the 5K Retina display appeared in the iMac rather than as a display for the Mac Pro is bandwidth. The existing DisplayPort technology in the Thunderbolt connector doesn't have enough of it. DisplayPort 1.3 in Thunderbolt 3 does, but it won't appear until Intel's Skylake processors ship. They're due for a 2015 launch, which raises the possibility of a 5K capable Mac Pro towards the end of the year. We're on an annual upgrade cycle for OS X, so Yosemite's successor should be released in the autumn. OS X 10.10 had a major visual revamp, so don't expect any dramatic differences in how 10.11 looks or works, but we think the blurring of the lines between OS X and iOS will continue. Also due in the autumn, we've got an iOS 9 wishlist that includes a better, more useful Siri, the ability to default to third-party apps and hide the stock Apple ones we never use, and better music services. Speaking of which, Beats Music is coming to iOS, and it's likely to be merged with iTunes. Apple may also launch HD music downloads. The most recent iPhones support headphones with Lightning connectors for HD audio, and the Mastered for iTunes program means Apple already has the necessary masters for HD files. Apple has established an iPhone rhythm in recent years, with a major redesign every second year and a minor spec bump in between. 2015 falls on the latter, so we'd expect to see a minor update in the form of an iPhone 6S, but we're also hearing persistent rumours of a new 4-inch iPhone too. Could an iPhone 6C for developing markets be on the cards? We already know that Apple may be positioning the Apple TV as a HomeKit hub, because the code is in its latest operating system update, and we hope the long-rumoured App Store for Apple TV is imminent too. The market for media streamers is getting awfully crowded, and the rivals are awfully good. We know Steve Jobs said, "If you see a stylus, they blew it," but remember his dismissal of video on iPods, of native iPhone apps, of 7-inch tablets? Apple has been quietly patenting smart pen ideas for a few years now, with 2 more added recently. Maybe it's for the iPad Pro. These are our 10 predictions for Apple in 2015, but which do you think are most likely? Leave your suggestions in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech news, reviews and features.